We're going to start with the wide receiver market today. Allen Robinson, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Tyreek Hill, Davante Adams, all found a new home this year. Thoughts about all of that? Starting with, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill, he's been the engine, so to speak, of the Chiefs offense. When you think about stretching the field, you think about other than Kelsey on those third and across the middle, you got Hill on all those out routes. Hill's the guy that, when they're double teaming Kelsey, he's the one who goes deep. And, I think that it's an understandable move for the Chiefs because they need to pay Mahomes. They need to pay the offensive line. But they are going to miss Hill. They probably didn't want to give him 5 years, which is what he got with Miami. Is that correct? 5-year deal?
He got 4 years, $120 million. So he's getting $30 million a year. Yeah. He's getting the quarterback money. So, a lot of people are always saying that the picks, what about the picks? Like, Ram said, F them picks, just like Tyreek Hill said, on the podium today. But my point here is I personally think the Finns probably made out for now in the sense that they have young quarterbacks, right? They have Teddy Bridgewater. He's not young, but the money that he's taking is kind of like the young quarterback. He's getting low money, and then they have Tua. So you have Tua and Teddy Bridgewater on those teams. Usually, most teams, the quarterback is like the franchise guy getting the most money. Look at Green Bay, paying Aaron Rodgers $50 million. So when you have these guys, you're paying them both less than $50 million. You can afford to pay guys like Tyreek Hill. Is it a big contract? Absolutely. I think in general, NFL guys should even make more money with more guaranteed with the injuries, But I think because of Davante Adams getting that deal with the Raiders, it opened the market up. Tyreek Hill wanted to be the best and, get paid like he plays, So at the end of the day, he's asking for more money and wanting to be the best. He wants to be the highest paid as well. The Chiefs, like you're saying, think they can do better without him. Thinking they have.
They're gonna miss him, but they need that. They need to pay Mahomes. They need to pay that offensive line. You got to build the line. The line is more important than a receiver.
That's what most people would say. But at the same time, when you have guys like Tyreek Hill, it does change the team. But also, if the quarterback does not have that time to look for the receivers, so you're all right. He needs that offensive line to protect him to be able to get the ball out. We've seen it with guys like Russell Wilson, Andrew Luck. All those likes not getting the ball out and getting hurt because their line was always failing them. So I definitely do understand, and I agree to that point. But at the same time, I think this is Miami, it's a different story for them. I think they have a new offense, new coach, offensive system. I think everything is going to click. They should be firing on all cylinders. And I think getting to a backup in Teddy Bridgewater is going to put a lot of pressure on him. And I think this is something that Miami needs, like putting that pressure on Tua. It's like, hey, year 3, we got you all you need, run game, new offensive coordinator, new coach. The fans are happy. You got a lot of picks on defense. They've used them. They've gave some away for Hill. Now let's get to work.
It's put up or shut up time for Tua.
For Tua, I agree.
I liked him in college. I liked him. I couldn't tell because he was in Alabama. He was in a great system. I think he's very accurate. I'm just not sure if he has a deep enough deep ball. Like I know he's accurate on him, but I'm not sure how far he can get it out there. And he can't stay healthy. And I'm not sure how great he can read defenses compared to all the great quarterbacks in the league. So I think this is a year where we're going to have to see, hey, are you the real deal or not?
Absolutely. Guys like Peyton Manning, after year 3, when the team started building around him and doing things for Peyton, we saw the difference in how well, he upgraded his skill set and, used everything around him. So
I believe that you said that, Mahomes was in a very favorable situation last few years, which I agree with. But
yeah,
interesting to see how he does without Hill.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm actually excited to talk about the very last topic because of that trade, but we'll get into that later. Okay. And now Davante Adams, getting that 28 million year deal with the Raiders. How you feel about that?
Interesting. I would have thought him and Aaron Rodgers would have been on the same page. Not sure if they were or weren't. I guess we'll find out in the future. But Aaron signed that, $50 million per year for 3 years. Davante goes to Oakland. I guess all the talent's going to the AFC West right now. Khalil Mack, Russell Wilson.
Couldn't wait to say Wilson. Go ahead.
You already brought him up, so I might as well just keep it going. But listen.
Absolutely.
We're not talking about the Super Bowl yet. The bottom line is that the Raiders, we were saying, hey, Derek Carr is the worst quarterback in that division. Well, they're loading up on weapons now. I think the Raiders are going to be a dark horse team as long as Davante stays healthy. And for the Packers, I'm sure they're going to, reload at the receiver position. Again, it's about the offensive line. I do think receivers are very important. However, at the end of the day, I trust that Aaron Rodgers is not going to sign that deal there without, having some input on getting some, pass catchers. That'll help.
Absolutely. Also, yes, I do agree that was strange. But also you can think about it this way. Derek Carr and Davante Adams are good friends, and aside of that, Davante Adams grew up being a Raiders fan. So that's an interesting fact I just actually found out about. But also, I think, it's time Davante Adams found a new home, because here's the thing. If he's going to keep getting the same results with the greatest quarterback of all time, he might as well go enjoy his time in a nice city. You
just couldn't wait to bring that up, could you?
I just couldn't wait. It's a good topic. But here's my thing, Mike. My point is Davante Adams is sitting there asking himself, 3 years in a row, where do we end up? And then I still got to fight with you guys for my money. But the quarterback that's supposed to be the best quarterback and, MVP caliber quarterback is not getting us over this hump. He's doing everything that you asking of him. He's never choked in a big game. He's still catching every ball, doing everything. But no, he's not the only one. It starts with the quarterback, right? So he's asking himself, okay, you paying Rodgers $50 million at the age of 38, and you can't even give me more than 25. I got to go. Vegas is calling, the Raiders are new. Ruggs left, unfortunately with his situation.
Maybe he didn't want to be in Green Bay.
Could be, but at the same time, I'm just saying, why would anybody want to be in Green Bay at this point? You tell me, why would he want to be in Green Bay? What is in Green Bay that he can't get in Vegas? They both. Well, guess a quarterback. He has Derek Carr. They both get out in the first.
Derek Carr's not making a Hall of Fame, bro.
But guess what? Carr got as far as Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, as far as how many games they played last year in the playoffs. They both played one. Yes, Carr lost in the first game, right? No, the Raiders win. The Raiders made the playoffs. The Raiders did make the playoffs, but they lost the first game. Same way Green Bay got in. The Raiders lost to Cincinnati Bengals, if you don't remember. But anyway, Packers also lost to the worst team in the NFC that was available, which was the 49ers. They could barely do anything. So my point is, if he's in in Wisconsin, where it's super cold, with a quarterback that's taking all the money, I might as well go enjoy it in Vegas with these young boys. Josh Jacobs, I hope he stays healthy. They got a good tight end. Derek Carr is really good. The Raiders are going to be good.
I heard they're going to trade for Jimmy GQ as a backup just in case,
I hope they trade. I hope anybody gets Jimmy G. I hope anybody gets Jimmy G. I hope Jimmy G I hope Jimmy G is a Hall of Famer, but not with the Niners. My point is, we want Jimmy gone, okay? We want Jimmy gone, shipped out of here, respectfully. He's a good leader. As a quarterback, I'm very, very, very questionable, But we'll move on to, I also have an interesting thing to say when you were talking about Green Bay, talking about how you think, Rodgers signed that deal because, why would he sign that knowing that his best weapon is leaving? Remember, Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry are best friends. They're both free agents. They made it happen in Cleveland. I think they can make it happen with a great receiver like Rodgers. So I think they might go up there. I'm predicting it now. Or maybe one of them could end up there.
Go to Green Bay?
Yeah. I could see both of them teaming up and going out there in Green Bay playing with Rodgers. I'm pretty sure they both think Rodgers is great, as we all think he is, besides choking. But maybe he's been choking because he never had Odell and, Jarvis Landry. 11-10. That's why I say he's choking fans. All right. But anyway, the Chiefs also got Marquez Valdes-Scantling from Green Bay to replace Tyreek Hill. Thoughts on that? He's also fast.
Yeah, strong pickup, young guy. I think back to an interview I saw with Aaron Rodgers, and they asked him, he was asked a couple times, like, would you rather have, an average O-line and great receivers or a great line and average receivers? And he picked the second one because you can make the magic happen when you have time. I know that's been the theme of what we're talking about. But let me just give you a quick history lesson. Since you're a Niners fan, you'll appreciate this, all right? Now, in 1984, the 49ers, in my opinion, put together the best team of all time. They had Joe Montana and an unbelievable defense and an innovative West Coast system. They had won 2 Super Bowls in 4 years. And guess what they did, Les? They drafted a man by the name of Jerry Rice. And for the next 3 years, they lost the first game in the playoffs. And Joe Montana got knocked out of 2 of those games, nearly lost his starting job, and only to gain it back in 1988. And then once the offensive line got solidified, they won 2 straight rings again and nearly won a third before the Giants dethroned them. All right. Mm-hmm. So the point is that entire ordeal was the origin of the book called The Blindside, where not only was it about Michael Orr and his rise, which they made a movie about, but it was intertwined with the story about the Niners and Giants and their great rivalries, the yin and yang of their 2 teams in the 80s. And the point is that the left tackle for the 49ers was more important than Jerry Rice. The left tackle, there was injuries on the offensive line, and Joe Montana was just getting beat up. He had no time. He had no time to get the ball to Jerry Rice. They had, again, an amazing team, 15-1, 18-1 if you count the playoffs in 84. Won the Super Bowl, and then the line just couldn't deal with it in the playoffs. And, I just say that to tell you that, like, we need to understand that the left tackle position and just the offensive line as a cohesive unit is what wins. Like, that's what's going to keep Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers dominating. And they can make all those amazing plays, but I'll tell you what, it's easier to make dominant, like, crazy plays on the side when you're in rhythm in the pocket. We've seen that over the course of time. So point is that we need to, at the end of the day, if they are able to protect Mahomes better, because they didn't protect him well in the Super Bowl against Tampa. He made some incredible plays, but he couldn't get consistent drives in that Super Bowl against Tampa, and that's really why they lost. If they're able to pay linemen because they got Valdes-Scantling instead of Hill, this is a great deal. So time will tell. You have to hit on your linemen. You can't be like John Snyder in Seattle. You got to hit on your offensive linemen. You can't be converting basketball players into offensive linemen. But I digress.
Absolutely. Well, also, and then one last other guy we're going to talk about in the team, Allen Robinson to the Rams. I think, that's a great pickup. But also the Tennessee Titans, after the Robinson deal, got Robert Woods. So now they got Robert Woods with them. They released Julio Jones. So now Julio Jones is also on the free agent market. remember, before Julio Jones went to also Tennessee, Rodgers was a big fan of Julio and wanted Julio there. So also those three could all end up on Green Bay. Julio, Odell, and Jarvis Landry.
Julio.
Just saying. Yeah.
Now, why would they release him?
Well, he's 33 years old. He was hurt for half the season. Ryan Tannehill couldn't really get the ball to him. Why they released him, honestly, is because they have a guy like Ryan Tannehill and didn't make, the best out of Julio the time that he was actually
Tannehill has his moments, but yeah, he's average.
He does have his moments, but again, like I said, because he is who he is, because he has his Tannehill, Jared Goff, Matt Ryan, Jimmy G moments, like the right below at almost around average quarterbacks, Kirk Cousins, all these guys on the same
Your
boat.
Boy.
Not my boy, brother. But again, I'll tell you this. I am very happy for the Rams in the sense that, now that they might not have Odell because, he's a free agent. He's not coming back. But, they have Allen Robinson and then they still have Cooper Kupp. You have these two number one receivers and Stafford. I think, they're still going to be firing on all cylinders.